What's in a name? Well, when it comes to branding, more than you would think. Like every part of a successful brand, it contributes to communicating something about a company. It's not just a name, it has a job to do. So if you're a startup or if you're naming a brand, how do you decide what's a good name? Well, it starts with deciding what that name needs to do. Generally, there are three types of names, and each of these achieves a slightly different task. Descriptive names tell a consumer about a key element of your brand or product, what it is, where it's from, who founded it, what role it plays in people's lives. These are all things that can be functionally communicated through a brand name. Grubhub, Go Compare, PayPal, Dropbox, McDonald's, Money Supermarket, DHL, UPS, Ferrari, the Container Store. These are all varying levels of functional names that either implicitly or directly communicate something about the product. In categories with low understanding or awareness, these are a tool to help drive greater consumer understanding and knowledge about what you do and why you matter. Evocative names help a consumer feel a certain way about a brand or product. They use metaphor, they root in emotional territories, and they try to evoke a feeling. Now, you may not need to rationally understand why a brand is named what it is. You're trying to rely on a name to evoke something. Apple, Virgin, Patagonia, Dove, Greyhound, Dash, Sure, Innocent, Uber, Tinder. These are all things that start to evoke a feeling, even if they're not completely rationally known about why something is named that. In categories with low engagement or a lack of emotional differentiation, these can help stand out and inspire customers to engage. Finally, they're abstract names, and these are names that just don't mean anything. They can be completely made up, they can be derivative, they can borrow from other languages which aren't predominant in a market, but generally they're empty vessels. They allow a business to start to confer meaning to something, and generally, in the short term, they help to own top-of-mind awareness in commoditized categories. You just need someone to recognize something that's distinct from the competition. It doesn't matter what more they understand about it. Xerox, Hulu, Starbucks, Spotify, until a brand took these as their name, there was really no meaning behind them. No matter how you name a brand, you need to consider what it's going to do and if it's achieving that. That gives you more of an objective measure on whether or not you should carry on with something, whether or not it was a successful decision, or whether or not you should rebrand. You should also remember that a name is only one part of an overall brand system. It's only one part of a brand's identity. And while you need to define it as something, it should contribute something versus trying to solve all the problems facing your company or your brand.